I know this is really bad quality. I can't seem to get my camera to look okay at the moment, and as I said, I'm saving up for that Canon IXus. So before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a really lovely guy who has a YouTube channel who gave me a really lovely gift. I won't say what it is because I don't know if that's going to be private to him. Let me know in the comments below if you don't mind me saying what it was. I just want to say a massive thank you, a shout out to his name as well, Andy Fordham. Thank you, Andy Fordham, for giving me that gift. The last time I left you guys, I couldn't afford a laptop and I was really stressed. I ended up dipping into my credit card because of that. I'm paying it back at the moment. That's what I've been doing. I've got the laptop now, so now I can edit this video whilst I'm at my boyfriend's house. As you can see, this is a different place to where I actually live. I'm in Derbyshire at the moment. I just wanted to talk about adapting and how it's been for me being on the autistic spectrum, going from one place to another place. And I also wanted to give you an update on my mental health and everything like that. You guys know I suffer with OCD. I have struggled adapting to this environment because of my autism and because of my OCD. Both of them clash a lot together. I just wanted to talk you guys through that and give you some tips if you have OCD or you have autism, what you could do to minimize the anxiety when you're going away somewhere. The first thing I want to talk about, preparing. It's very important you start to prepare a few days before you go away. But if you're watching this and you haven't prepared at all and you're a day before you're going, or you're on the day and you're really panicky about it, do things as slowly as you can, or if you have to rush, but write a plan before you start rushing. Because what helped me was writing a list of things I needed to do on my laptop, and I printed it off and I redone it again because I wasn't happy with some bits I wrote. I wrote what bag to put each item in. That really helped me know where everything was when I arrived. It really helped me to lay the room out a bit because I put the electronics in one bag, 2 bags of clothing, one bag was my pajamas, one bag was my day clothes. Just simple things like that can really help not only your autism but also your OCD. It's very important when you have autism to take things with you that you are close to in your normal day life when you're living at your home. Say if you're going to uni, you're moving, obviously that's going to be a big change. If you can't afford the space where you're going to start living when you're in university, I suggest taking what things make you feel most comfortable. I think you know those things because you have them quite a lot on you, e.g. your phone, your camera, your laptop, a teddy bear. I took my teddy bear, guys. I've had Ellie since I was 6 years old and I take him everywhere I go that is going to make me feel nervous. So I took him here. I've just kept him on display, really. My boyfriend hasn't minded. I don't know if that's a word, but go with it. I actually said to him, I probably will get dementia when I'm older because literally I love the look of teddy bears, especially this one. I absolutely love him, and he's probably worth something now because he's so old and tatty. I just love him. I wouldn't sell him for the world, even if you wanted 5 million for this teddy bear. I promise you now, I would not give this teddy bear up. He means so much to me. Something like that is very important in your life when you're changing from one thing to the next and you've got autism. Even if you don't have autism and you're going to be going somewhere else that you haven't been before, etc., because I know that neurotypical people do suffer with this as well, I would say the same thing. Take something that you feel close to. I took things like chamomile tea bags with me. I went to the herbal shop and I got CBD oil, some calming sweets. I have been selling pictures of my feet, and that's the money I used to buy those things was feet money, and I also paid for travel fares via my feet money as well. That has helped me out a lot because I wouldn't have been able to survive here if I hadn't have done those things. It's not much money when you sell your feet. It's a little bit extra when you're on something like universal credit and you really can't afford fuck all. It's nowhere near a stable income because one month you could get 5 guys wanting to buy pictures of your feet, and the next month you could get no guys. This month I've had like one man who's bought a few pictures and videos, but apart from that sometimes you don't get those things. So it's very important to have a backup plan other than just selling pictures of your feet or doing something like that. It's important that you do have some way of financially gaining whilst you're away, which is what's helped me, because I thought to myself, if I get stuck here or stranded, even though I know in my logical mind my boyfriend's going to take me home, everything's going to be fine, in my irrational mind I'm worried about what if. It's very important to have a backup plan, maybe even just having your phone on you and your contacts on there, credit on your phone so you can contact someone to come and pick you up if you really need it. Just an option where you can escape if you need to is a very wise thing to do. Even if you aren't autistic, even if you aren't worried about it, I'd say a backup plan is something you definitely need when you're going away, which is what has helped me be here and helped me cope here, knowing that I can just sell pictures of my feet and go back if I really need to. I've paid for my travel fare back now, and he's paid for his now. I'm going back on Saturday, so if this is uploaded before Saturday, it means that I have actually edited this before I've gone away home. But I've literally just been trying to adapt, and I finally adapted here, which is big for me, like huge for me. I can't even adapt in my own bedroom. Coming here and adapting and managing to sleep. I would also say stick to the same sleep schedule you had before you left, but that means you have to compromise with your partner or whoever you're staying with. If you really have to change your sleep routine up, go to the doctors or just go to a herbal store and just try and get some sleep medication so that you can have that backup plan there if you need to and you really need that sleep. Those are the things that have helped my autism. Also, knowing there's somebody you really care about either living with you or staying with you or just down the road, or somebody even that you can speak to online or on the phone. I recommend an app, and this is not sponsored at all, NOCD. It's to help people with OCD. Lots of people post on there about lots of different things, and honestly, it is the most helpful app you could ever download if you have OCD. I wouldn't recommend downloading it if you don't have OCD, because there's a lot of OCDs that you definitely wouldn't understand. If you're an open-minded person and you want to understand OCD, then go for it, but as long as you don't judge anyone on there and don't overthink everyone's overthinking, if you know what I mean, then go for it. Be my guest. So OCD wise, it's been really difficult, and I think the reason why it's been really difficult is because it's a new surrounding. I'm not used to not doing my OCD rituals at night, checking the doors, checking the locks, checking the fridge. Luckily, the fridge here makes a noise if you leave it open, which is amazing. If you can afford a new fridge in your house, even when you go back from a holiday and you can save up to afford a fridge that makes a noise, go for it. I mean, it helps that part of the OCD. But OCD, you're supposed to face your fears and put yourselves in those scary situations that make you feel extremely uncomfortable to slowly conquer them, and that is a really difficult thing to do. But the best thing that I have done since being here, and I'm proud of myself for, is not asking my boyfriend for reassurance. I've really tried with that. I've tried not to do that. He's been absolutely great with it, and he's been so loving and helpful towards everything. Even when I do get really OCD and I say, could you just check this for me? And I know that's not something you should do. You should really try and face your OCD head on and just accept the thoughts for what they are, accept that the worst might actually happen, even though you know it won't. Deep down you know it won't, and you don't want it to, therefore it won't. Well, you know, it could, but it probably won't, because like 99.9% of the time these things definitely don't happen. But just having somebody there is a great help, even if they're on the phone and you can FaceTime them and say, look, could you just check this for me? And just, you know, even making videos to, you know, check. The dog just walked out, I think he's getting bored of my voice. Even just checking the videos that you've made on your video things so that you know what's what you've turned off, what you've turned on, off, the new surroundings. So maybe just filming around would help with that. I've taken pictures around here, selfies around here, you know, with my boyfriend, and I think just knowing that there's pictures of me on the internet now has helped me settle in a strange way. So maybe just really putting yourself out of that comfort zone and really trying to bring yourself out of that thing. It's just so helpful with OCD. Taking pictures around the house, around the new environment. With the dog, my OCD tells me things like, you're going to get that razor and you're going to slit your throat. But you know what I've done? I've kept my razor in the room. I've put tissue over it, but it's still in the room, and I wouldn't have even been able to do that if I was at home. So now I'm thinking to myself, I will be able to do that when I get home because I've done it here. Also, I've had the dog in the room with me, and usually I get thoughts of strangling dogs or strangling animals, and I would never ever do it, but my OCD says that I definitely will do it, and that I need to be as far away from this thing as possible in order that I don't lose my mind and go for it. Being in the same room with the dog has lessened those worries, has lessened those overthinking, but they're still there. I want to express that they're still there. I'm not cured or anything like that. This is the way we think. This is a neurological disorder, but there are ways to manage it. I also have been in touch with Health in Mind. I've had one phone call since being away this time, and that was my last phone call as well, because I've got the knowledge now to put forward my exposure response prevention now. The dog just came back in. Do you want to hear my voice again, dog? He just looked at me like, what? I just wanted to express that as well, and also I wanted to tell you guys who my boyfriend actually is. It's a really funny story. He was subscribed to my YouTube channel in 2017. We met online and now we are together. So it's like destiny or what? It was back in the time where I was really mentally ill. He subscribed to my channel back in 2017 when I was crying all the time. I still do get like that, but I don't not edit my videos now. I like to edit my videos and put content on this channel that isn't raw. On my other channel, I do put raw content up where I just grab the phone and record myself looking fugly and stuff like that. But for this channel, this is edited. I try and make it as bubbly and as helpful as I can without sounding too emotional and too emotionally wrecked. It's really stressful when you can't work, and lots of people judge you for not being able to work. But if I could work, I would work. That's the thing that people don't understand. It's because it's in your head that it doesn't exist, apparently, according to most people. You can just push on and get on with it, and that's not necessarily the case. I know I can sit in this room in front of a camera, but I can't wait on people in a restaurant. I can't serve people at a checkout. I can't even function with the bright lights and all the people. The thing you've got to really think about is, would you want somebody to be your version of lazy, or would you want that person to kill themselves? Because that's how real this mental illness is. You know, when somebody's really suffering, we do get thoughts of suicide most of the time. I'm not saying everybody does, but mainly people that don't work do actually get thoughts of suicide, and sometimes that's actually the reason they've been signed off, because they've been suicidal in the past. So that's something to bear in mind as well. Would you really want this person dead, or do you want this person alive and being your version of lazy? I think that's all I have to say for this video. The fact that I am dating a subscriber, I am in Derbyshire, I have adapted to a new place, I have autism and OCD, and I've managed to do this. I also wanted to shout out to Andy Fordham again for that gift, thank you so much. So that's what I wanted to say. Remember that I have support links in the description below if you actually want to support me and my mental health and things like that. With that money, I go into the health food shop and I get stuff that helps me, so that does help me. I almost said does. Yeah, I'm adapting to the northern accent now. I'm, speaking northern now. That's not a word, but oh well. I'm saying does, bath, things like that. I think I'm going to go back home and my mum will think I'm a completely different person. She hasn't said anything whilst I've been on the phone yet. I'll see you guys next time, and obviously I'm going to try and do these videos quite often. Music videos are still going to come, guys. I haven't forgotten. It's just this laptop thing has really screwed me over, and the fact that I've had a lot of change in my life, and I have been trying to keep up with my foot business, side foot business. Even though loads of people don't buy my feet stuff, I still have to talk about it a lot and send them the details and everything like that, just in case they do want to in the future and stuff. And it does actually take up quite a lot of my waking hours just doing that. I've done like 20 minutes worth of video, and you get about £20 for that, or 25 if it's personalised, which is a good amount of money, but obviously you don't get that many men interested. Like I say, it's not stable income. But if you want me to do a video on how to do your feet pictures and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below, because I will talk to you guys about how to sell your feet. It does work, you just have to know what to do and what to use. I use Instagram and what tags to use and stuff like that. So yeah, I will speak to you guys soon, and I'll see you next time. Bye!